Welcome to the 127th episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome, returning viewers. And for those of you watching us for the first time, we're so glad you could be here. On today's adventure, we take you to St. Thomas, Ontario, to the Little Red Mitten. Colleen and I went there. It was their birthday, and there was some goodies there, but we didn't really get any of the goodies. Well, not that we couldn't have had goodies, but we just chose not to have some of the goodies. But they had balloons, and they had this little contest, and it was kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And Colleen certainly got some souvenirs, as we know she would. But before we talk all about our trip to St. Thomas and the Little Red Mitten, Colleen will talk about what we're wearing.
So let's talk about what May is wearing, and she is wearing the Grand Ridge, which is a free pattern, and it was designed by the people from the Galt House of Yarn. And what they did was they used a Zen Yarn Garden gradient trio, and it's 100% super fine superwash merino fingering weight. Now this, I didn't use all three. I just used two. I used the other part for something else because it was a little bit much when I did the three. I did one that was purple for me, which I don't mind the height, but this one is a little shorter.
Less shorter?
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter. But this yarn is beautiful.
But you look at the picture, you see it's kind of up and around her neck there with
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, but I like that. It's
exactly. And the Galt House of Yarn is in Cambridge. And it's a great store. And actually,
Cambridge, Ontario, not
Cambridge, Ontario.
London.
Thank you. Sorry about that. But I was all excited because on Instagram, Galt House of Yarn is looking for people to work there.
Oh, and you want to work in Cambridge?
Well, I can't work. I can't work in Cambridge. It's a little ways away. But I went, people could work at a yarn store.
It's an hour away.
A little bit more than that. Yep.
A little bit more than an hour away?
Yep.
Maybe a little
I'm not commuting. It's not happening.
But you know what? If you really, really wanted to work in a yarn store, there are some around the area you could work. But I'm not sure that you really want to work in a yarn store.
No, I definitely don't want to own one. The responsibility of trying to pick the right
book
colors.
And the colors and all that. And then you're kind of there and you're tied to being there. Yeah. Right now we've got the freedom to travel around and do some things. And it's a big responsibility.
That's true.
So we won't be doing that.
So we'll just be visiting yarn stores because that's what we like to do.
And buying souvenirs.
Yes, there we go. So that's what May is wearing, and I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing. It is the Birds and Ships, which is hard to say, and it's by Caitlin Hunter.
Without swearing?
Yeah, those words just kind of fly through. So it's a lovely cowl, and what I really like is they put this tassel down the center, and what it does is it weighs it down so that it holds its shape nicely. You know how you like to have a little bit of a V? So it actually works out well. Now the yarn, this is also very exciting. You and I got this yarn in Florida.
Wow, that was a while ago.
A while ago. So this is Emma's yarn, crazy beautiful color, and it's super silky. And the color is heliotrope.
There you go. Now, I don't know. You may have said I wasn't listening, or maybe I wasn't. Did you say this was a free pattern or not?
No, the Grand Ridge is a free pattern, but the Birds and Ships.
I just wanted to hear you say that again.
I know, but I did it. Okay. It is a paid-for pattern by Caitlin Hunter, but lovely pattern. I really, really enjoy it. And this yarn, oh my goodness, it is 80% superwash merino and 20% silk. And I bought 3 skeins when we were there. And then I made a kind of sleeveless top, sweatery kind of thing. And then I had enough left to make this.
Yeah, that was a great store. It was. When you talk about that yarn, you talk about visiting that store. It was so lovely, and I wonder how it's changed over the years.
Exactly.
It just brings back really good memories. Remember, we rented the car, and then we drove to that store.
So that's the Four Pearls yarn store.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes, I think it's Winter Garden, Florida. It is.
And we actually got to meet the young girl that dyed the yarn.
Exactly.
And that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it was great. We had a good time. So that's what I'm wearing. And next we're going to talk about finished objects. My first finished object is a bomb beanie cowl. And this is the cowl that's by K.F. Jones of the Bakery Bears. Lovely pattern. Now, what I did not know, I've made this in fingering weight yarn. And I thought, I'm just going to make it in DK weight yarn and see how it goes. And as I was reading through the pattern, it actually has worsted weight as well that you can make it out of.
Oh.
And I thought, well, worsted weight knits up faster. So this could be something for us to sell at our booth.
Right.
So what I did in this case is I bought 2 skeins of Barocco Comfort DK. So it's really nice and soft. I used a skein to make that hat that can be used for people who are going through chemo treatment because it's so soft. I'll let you feel it. This is what I've got left of the 2 skeins.
Oh, wow, that is so soft.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wish you could feel that, but wow.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. This is a little bit more rustic than what this is,
yeah. So this doesn't have any wool in it. It's nylon and acrylic, and it's lovely. So what I did, the first one I did, by the way, there's 2. The first one I did, I started with the lighter of the 2 colors and then finished with the navy. And then, so this is my second finished object. So then I made the second one, but I reversed the colors. And by reversing the colors, I was able to get 2 of these out of these. Then these are just 50-gram skeins. So out of 100 grams, I was able to get 2 of them.
They're great.
I know. I did a little adjusting because it was DK, not fingering weight. But I really like, and they sit really nicely.
Yeah, and I think those would sell great.
What
do you think? Do you think these would sell before we get Colleen to knit 20 of them?
Usually that's what happens, and then I go, they're not interested.
No,
but anyway,
but I think so.
I love how soft
and
they
I think
are.
color-wise, if you could give us a hint as to what colors you would buy, but
That's true.
I think personally, navy, white,
Right.
is colors, and
Yep.
and what else would you think? Greens or?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see
Yeah,
what colors
but the
they have.
navy's
But
nice.
this yarn, I don't have. There's not a price on the bulb. It's not
Beautiful.
expensive yarn at all.
Beautiful. Those I think will sell, but we'll let you know.
Okay. So those are my finished objects, and that's it. So May, finished objects for you?
Well, we got a big purchase. We bought a 65-inch TV.
Yes, we did.
It's kind of kept me busy. Watching TV considered a finished object?
It is, because it took us a while to get it sorted out.
Yeah, Colleen's very good technology-wise, and she was able to hook us all up. It looked small in Costco, because I'm thinking, I don't really think that's any bigger than the TV we have. In Costco, the ceilings are high and it's a bigger space.
Exactly.
And then, my first clue when we could barely get it into the vehicle.
We thought, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then I thought, well, maybe it's just a cardboard box. Right. And then when we got it home, then I realized it's a lot bigger than what it looked like in Costco. 65 inches is more than enough than what we needed. Mm-hmm. And then we got a sound bar, which sounds like,
it's beautiful.
And it sounds like you're in the movies. Mm-hmm. So I've been kind of watching TV as my finished object.
That's right.
That and Ancestry.
Yes, you were working on Ancestry
Yes.
as well. Now, we did get something finished yesterday.
Yes.
So, we, as you know, are fans of the game of pickleball. We do enjoy it. And we decided
we would get a poster and practice in the garage or outside, because you need a place to be able to practice your skills. And so I bought some wood at the hardware store. I got it the exact size it would fit in the car. It's quite large.
It is quite large, yeah.
And it was a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and the guy says, "Did you lift that by yourself?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I can't believe that." He says, "We have guys coming in, like they're huge guys coming in, and he says they won't even lift it. They say we need 2 people."
Oh, really?
And I picked up this 4x8
Oh, my
sheet, put it in the
goodness.
cart, had him cut it.
I wasn't even with you, because you were just doing it on your own.
I was. And then Colleen went online and we bought these stickers, and we were busy putting the stickers on the board, and then that way we can practice our shots.
So it has a line where the net would be. It's got these circles of places where you can aim to make sure. And if you go above the sticker, it's too high, and somebody would probably smash
and if you go
that
below
down.
the sticker, you're in the net.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'll be fun when the weather gets warmer.
Exactly.
And we can practice in the garage. We can practice outside on the driveway.
That's right.
And so those are basically my finished objects.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So next we're going to talk about works in progress. My first work in progress is one of our basic pom-pom beanies, and that's by Destiny Meyer. Great pattern. So for those of you who are thinking, all she does is knit for her booth, which is true. But what I'm thinking is these things, if you see something you think, oh, that would be good for a Christmas present. This pattern is great because it goes from 0 to 3 months all the way to an adult. Yes, all the way to an adult hat. So it's great. You can put 1 pom-pom on, 2 pom-poms. There we go. So what I used was Charisma, and I love this color. So this is, I think it's called Taupe. And there it is, Loops and Threads Charisma. And I like it because it makes the little buddy look like a teddy bear. So this is why it is a work in progress, because it doesn't have its pom-poms on. So I'm going to put 2 pom-poms on, and then there'll be a little bit of a cutie pie.
I like the 2 pom-poms. They're very cute.
They are very cute. And every once in a while, we would have somebody say, do you have any adult hats with 2 pom-poms? And we don't.
No. Would you make 2? Do adults wear 2 pom-pom hats?
I don't know.
I guess they do if they're asking for them.
That's right.
That's great.
Exactly.
Yes. Very nice.
All right. So that's the 6 to 12 month size is that one. So 2 pom-poms, finished object will be great. Now, once again, back to the world of the booth. So I'm busy working on some of our tea towels, and what I will do is I will link the second of the tutorials on how to make these. I need to put some buttons on. They're basically ready to go, except for the buttons, so I need to do that. And you just find a tea towel that you like, and from one tea towel you can get 2 of these. But I will, in the description box below, I will link that video.
Okay, that's
all
great.
right. So you'll just have to click on there. I'll take you right into YouTube and where it is. So I like doing those. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah, they are fun, and I like how you pick great tea towels, and they're fun to look at tea towels when you look at them differently now.
Right now, they've got lots of ones with lovely Easter colors in them. They're very
nice.
pretty.
Yeah.
Have to be careful though, because if they, our sales aren't till after Easter, so then you got Easter colors. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
Right. Also, we're getting ready for spring. If you didn't know, we have a show in Wortley School.
Right.
And I will get for the next podcast, I will get the dates and the time of when we're going to be Wortley. It's not until April, so there's lots of time.
Okay.
And so we're kind of getting prepared for that.
Right. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention is I use the Bernat Handicrafter cotton. And you can buy a big ball, and then you can make as many as you can make out of that.
How many do you think that would make out of that?
You know what? I have no idea. I'd have to weigh it. What I should do is weigh one of these before and weigh it after, and then I'll know how much, and then I can figure it out.
Good.
Exactly. So that's that. Now, there's always something new and fun. But this is not exactly new, but it is. So I purchased some of my Christmas Amazon money. It's called the Sashiko Coaster Collection, and this is by Olympus. And so you can get different colors of this. I chose the navy because that's the most traditional one. And it's got 5 different coaster fronts. You can actually make this into a coaster, but I'm going to make it a little bit sturdier. So there are 5 different ones. They have all the dotted parts. They've done the tracing for you. And so basically you just follow it. So there's that one. I'm just going to show you these all.
Like, is it white when it's traced?
Yes, it is.
Do you have to wash these when you're done?
I will need to do that. But
look at that. The back's great too. Like you've
exactly.
done.
Now I did put knots in these ones because I am going to sew a back onto it, so I didn't have to worry it quite so much. But these are different ones that I've done before. So there's this one.
These are going to be great coasters.
Yeah. So I have to find the right dark of blue. This is that waves one.
I like these coasters. I make wooden coasters or
right.
Resin coasters, but I really like the cloth coasters. Like we got one from Carrie and Linda for Christmas,
right.
And I use it all the time.
Yep, and there's the 7 Treasures one. I don't know the name of all the patterns, but
maybe these will sell at our booth.
That's the idea.
That'd be really nice to have a few sets.
So it's kind of fun. It did not take me long to do this. I'd had it, but it didn't take me long to do them. But now I have to cut out the fabric and sew it, and I have to decide. I've got some felt. It might be a little bit too heavy, but anyway, I'm excited about that. So those are my coasters, and I thought, oh, this will take me some time, and then 1 was done, and then 2 was done, and 3 was done. So anyway,
maybe you could make a few sets for our booth.
I could.
It wouldn't take you too
Absolutely.
long, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this material, what is it? Just a regular material?
It is the special Sashiko material, but I do have some cotton that feels similar.
Right, that's nice.
So
It'll be nice when
what
they're
I'll
all
do.
done. We'll get to see them in
Right.
finished objects, hopefully.
Oh, that would be good.
Yes.
Now, my last work in progress is my Swedish weaving blanket. And it's too big to hold up here. But it is beautiful. And I am really, really enjoying it. Now, I missed my class last week, but I go to another class this week. But I tried to do as much as I could. So it's really neat because I'm using a variegated yarn on a white background, and it's blues and greens, and it's so pretty. Now, and when I went to the first class, they said, you know, this will go really, really quickly. And I thought, I don't think so. This looks really, really hard. And it's not easy to do, but it's not hard to do. And the trick is to learn how to read a pattern, which was the first part. And then when you're doing it, you do it one way following the chart. And then when you go the other way, you kind of
flip the chart.
You can't. You got to flip it upside down and go backwards.
Oh.
The good news is you're mirroring what's on the other side. So it ends up being not too bad to do. So we'll see. Nice. Tomorrow is supposed to be the last class and learning how to finish it off. I won't be able to finish mine off, but I will take some notes because I'm good at taking
notes.
Nice.
That's
So
great.
I'm really loving the Swedish weaving.
And it's looking so really great.
Another name for it is Huck embroidery. I have to be so careful with my words today. But Huck embroidery is another word for it. And you can take what I'm doing on a blanket and you can do it. Sometimes you get tea towels where you have a place where you can put cross stitch.
Oh, okay.
You can do that Swedish weaving there as well.
There's lots of things you can do with it.
I know. So much fun. So those are my works in progress. And next we're going to talk about our adventure.
Like I said in the intro, our adventure today took us to St. Thomas, Ontario, to the Little Red Mitten, and I have to say that that's one of Colleen's favorite stores.
It is. I love that store.
And I think it's because it's local. It's only 40 minutes down the road at the most.
Right.
We love St. Thomas. If you ever get an opportunity to go to St. Thomas, Ontario, it's a great place to visit. And it's a nice little town. It's not too large. It's not.
That's right.
You know, it's just. I don't know how much the population is.
I don't know. It's expanding a little bit. There's going to be a new electric battery plant or something like that in there.
Right, and they have other plants there, but population is not quite as big as London, but it is growing. Lots of construction, lots of new homes going up. So every time we go there, it's like there's always building and something.
Exactly.
So it's an upcoming little spot, I think. And of course, it has a Little Red Mitten. So if that doesn't make you want to buy a house there, I don't know what will. So we had a great time. I'm just going to go ahead and put the video in of our little trip, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Well, here we are off the way to the Red Mitten.
You know that route.
I know that route for sure.
We came right from pickleball.
And actually May suggested we go, so it was fantastic. And there's Holst yarn. I want to try some of that yarn sometime. It's supposed to be beautiful for making sweaters.
This is where you've sat before, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you used to go there on a Tuesday.
It was a Wednesday. Yeah, before COVID, there used to be a sit and knit on a Wednesday afternoon. It was lots of fun. This is the fingering weight room, and there's mohair and sock yarn and all kinds of good things here. Now, it was the 15-year anniversary of Little Red Mitten, and Joe and James had it for 10 years, and then Joe Lynn became the owner after that. Look at those samples.
So it's been there for quite a while.
It has. It has. And it's always been a beautiful store. You feel when you go in there that you're well taken care of.
It's open. It's clean.
Yeah.
Lots of space to walk around, mull over your yarn.
Exactly. And this is, in this room, they've got some weaving things. This is felting things. Look at those succulent things. Those are cool. And I didn't see this, May.
No, I thought I'd take a picture of that or a video of that. Introduction to dyeing yarn. I thought, better not show Colleen that. I'll be going in the cart.
Exactly. Exactly. So there's some spindles and yarn for spinning.
Look at the colors there. They're brilliant colors.
They are beautiful. And they really have some nice yarns that are 100% wool and some that are kind of 50 wool and 50 acrylic. So they've got all kinds of things. This is amazing, and I didn't see this either.
I love that. It's felting. It's so cool.
It is. And look at those bags.
I know you have one of these bags and you love it.
I do. That's for sure. And then we get into the bulky yarn area here. Lots of things.
Oh, I caught my eye. That little sweater caught my eye.
I know. It's so cute. Exactly. And they've got these bundles of different yarns. I know they had some Valentine's Day sets.
Well, there you are, mulling over things.
Pensive and more pensive. What do I need? What sample do I want to make?
I think you were saying, I need nothing, but I'll get everything.
Not sure we got that far, but that's okay. Look at all that fun. Oh, treats.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people were there before us. I think we got there a little later on in the day.
Oh, look at that embroidery cut. I had to show May with the Scottish bagpiper.
Since I'm doing my ancestry, of course.
That's right. And there's that amigurumi stuff. Oh, it's so much fun to do.
You've done a few of those.
I have.
You've enjoyed it. Just to change things
Exactly.
up.
And
And
now-
here you are. Oh, what color, what color, what
I
color.
know, they're such beautiful colors. And I knew what I wanted to do, but I just wanted to make sure that I talked to my partner in crime here, and
Do you
help me with
realize you
color.
were mulling over there forever, and I walked over and picked up 2 colors in 2 seconds?
well, you know what? I really like the blue, but I already had done something in blue, so I needed to come up with a different color. But you pick the colors out much quicker
Quick.
than I am. Lots of beautiful yarns. They have lots of Leo and Roxy yarn, which is beautiful as well. Ooh, look at these things. You know, sometimes you just miss things. Oh, there's the colors that May chose. So I'm going to try and make some of those Bombini cows with that, so that should be nice.
And this nice lady was helping you.
I know, because
she's always so helpful.
She is. She's fantastic. And she did take good care of me. The one that I needed was at the back, and when I lifted it out, the hook came off. There's that spin you around and
Pin the tail on the
sheep.
sheep. I know you forget. You think it's pin the tail on the
Donkey, but that's definitely not a donkey.
And here you are checking out, not too much.
Putting my ballot in, see if we can win a prize.
Well, I think we would have won by now. Do you think?
I think so. That's okay. Now that Forte stuff, I'm just going to tell you, that's over $500 for that set.
It is?
It is. It's got everything in it, but it's a lot of money.
Well, I would expect some gold in there for that much.
There we go.
And
there's
it was
the
a nice
bag.
trip.
It was lots of fun. It was lots
And
of
we
fun.
will be back soon.
That's
See you
for
later.
sure.
Hope you enjoyed that little video. It was a great day. Colleen, how did you like the store? Is it changed?
You know what?
Is it- I haven't been there for a while. You've been in and out, and
Right.
I've been in the car.
That's right.
So I've seen a little bit of a difference. It
Right.
just seems open. It was kind of fun.
Exactly. And they
it
were
was
doing,
busy.
they had a big pin the tail on the donkey, but it was pin the mitten on the,
I don't know what was it on
their logo, I think. And anyway, so it was kind of fun. They're supposed to be selecting a prize, which I haven't heard anything about, so I don't
So
know if
maybe
I
we
win.
didn't win the prize.
I don't know. That's okay. But it's nice to see all the samples that are there. And that was really enjoyed doing that. I was going, as always, I was going for a specific thing, which we'll talk about in Souvenirs. And I always get my color consultant right here. And she helps me out with those kind of things. But I had seen this hat, which is called the Harlow hat, and it's by Andrea Mowry. It is brioche, and it is beautiful. And they had a sample of it, and it was gorgeous. The feel of it was gorgeous, and I thought, oh, this needs to happen. So we'll talk about in Souvenirs what I decided to do, but the samples are great. They have all kinds of classes. I was just looking online. They've got spinning and weaving and crochet and socks and cables and how to make sweaters and designing projects, and it was just unbelievable.
It's just a friendly, happening little place, I think,
Exactly.
for knitters. It's
Exactly.
really neat. And the fact that we could go there in February, which we don't normally do because the weather
Right.
isn't always cooperating. But
Exactly.
the weather has been great. No complaints there. So
Exactly.
we got a chance to go there. It was awesome.
Exactly. Now, the one thing that they told us is they are going to have a bus trip to Knit City in Toronto. And that is on the 18th of May. So you get picked up either at the Little Red Mitten, or there's going to be a place in London. You can get picked up, you hop on the bus, you go right down to the spot where it is, you get to have your day, and then they'll bring you back home. I was on their website yesterday, and there were still spots. I don't know today. I haven't checked today.
We've talked about maybe joining that or going to that. We haven't really made a decision yet.
That's right.
But if you haven't, it sounds like it'd be a fun trip.
Exactly.
I saw the knitting needles on that bus would be going like crazy.
Exactly. So it's really neat to see the events and the things that they put on. They do have trunk shows, during the year. So it's kind of nice, as you say, it's,
Right.
half an hour down the road. Sometimes we go for fish and chips after.
That's right. We went to our usual
The
place,
Halibut House?
The Halibut House, which is awesome. And if you take your grandkids or your children, there's Dumbo right across there, Jumbo right across,
Jumbo, the
Jumbo right
elephant.
across the road, which is always fun
Exactly.
to visit
That's
with the
right.
kids.
That's right.
And that's fun. But for the most part, we've seen Jumbo many times, and so we just go for the food,
That's true. That's our job.
fish
So
and chips.
that's our adventure. Oh,
Oh, one
Just
more,
a second.
yes.
We had another adventure. So I had made the potato bag. They call it the potato zapper. So I used the Pellon Wrap and Zap, and I sewed it with some potato fabric. And we had to give it a try.
Yes.
We did.
So
Now,
I'll just put that video in now and you
Okay.
can see how it works.
Just giving them a little pat down, dry them off, Colleen.
that's right. Wanted to make sure that they weren't too wet for in that bag.
Was the bag dirty when you were all done?
No, not at all. So then I used a knife to poke them. I know that sometimes we use forks to poke them, but that was just so that they don't explode. So we don't want that. And I wasn't sure whether the 2 potatoes would fit in that potato bag, but lo and behold, with a little bit of wriggling back and forth,
They fit perfect.
in they go. A little jiggle here, a little jiggle there.
Oh, and then you wrap it up like a parcel.
That's right. And then I did that. And when I put it in the microwave, I put the flap down to start with because I didn't want it popping open. Now you have to do it 2 minutes at a time. And I had to do it a few times. And they were done. Hot potato for sure. Give it a little X.
You know what? I think you're right about them being more evenly cooked.
Absolutely, they were for sure. Pinch it open. There's a potato for May. And then I was just having half a potato. But it was lovely.
Now, would you do it again?
Absolutely. The potato was great.
It was.
We enjoyed it.
It
So we
was
were able to
soft.
fit 2 in there and it worked out well. The only thing that I did differently than I normally would do, normally with the baked potato, I wrap it in paper towel and put it in the microwave on a plate. This information from Pellon says just do it in 2-minute spurts.
Right.
Normally I do it kind of 6 minutes for 2 potatoes and then 6 more minutes. So this one I did it in spurts of 2 minutes, which wasn't a big deal because then I just flipped it over.
Right.
It probably ended up cooking them more evenly than the way I normally do it. So we seem to be able to eat those potatoes.
Yes.
It was great.
Yes.
So it was a success. If you're ever thinking about making yourself a potato zapper, is what they're called, I would suggest it because it's an easy sew. If you're new to sewing, it's easy to do that way.
A nice little project for gifts for Christmas.
Exactly. So that's our adventures, and next we're going to talk about our souvenirs. May, Little Red Mitten. You know what that means.
I know.
Souvenirs. All right. So I was making those bombini cowls. So with 100 grams, I was able to make 2. So I thought I am going to buy some yarn, and I thought I'll buy some Barocco Vintage DK. We'll get some more DK weight yarn, and then I'll make some more. So I bought, there's 2 of these, so there's like 200 grams worth. I should be able to make 4 out of this. And it's not that expensive because it's a combination of acrylic and wool and nylon. So May helped me with colors. There we go. There we go.
I like the colors.
They're both kind of heathery. We've got a nice kind of mulberry color.
It'll be
I
nice
think.
to see those finished up.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah.
So this is Vintage DK. Love it. And so if my calculations are correct, which I hope they are, I might be able to get at least 3, if not 4 out of that.
Wow, that'll be great.
I know. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. So
Yeah.
anyway, that is the work thing. Then as I mentioned, oh no, this is still work. I pretend it's work anyway. So I needed to get 3.75 needles, and I got one of the swivel 360 silver cables for Chaogu needles. That's what I need to make the bombini, and I figure if I'm going to have more than one on the go, I would have more of that. So the nice thing that happened on the birthday sale was they were having a 15% off, which does help when you're purchasing things.
Yes.
Now, this Harlow hat, oh my goodness. So you need worsted weight yarn, and this is Malabrigo worsted, and it feels brilliant. Just feel the squish on that. So you can imagine,
That's beautiful yarn.
you can imagine making brioche, which is already squishy, with this yarn.
Wow.
And this is the color of the sample. You know how you fall in love with the sample colors? That's what they always say if you own a yarn store. As soon as you make a sample out of a certain color, your
color's gone.
they're
But
going to
I
sell it in the
love
colors.
these colors. That blue just blends right into
I
that
know,
green. And it's
I
got,
know.
That green's
So,
got blue in there.
Once again, nice thing about it, I can make 2 hats out of that.
Nice.
So you might end up with that.
Oh, beautiful.
And it'll
That's
be comfy.
beautiful. Nice.
So
I like
I'm very happy with that. So either that or I'll have a hat and we'll sell a hat. I don't
Yeah.
know what we're going to do, but that's good. So
Nice.
that is that. And I had a great time looking around and looking at all the samples, and it was fun. It was fun adventure.
And you
I like
didn't
them.
do too bad with the
No,
souvenirs. You
no.
kind of kept it
I did.
good, manageable. So, we can still live in the house. You don't have to throw me out yet.
No, not yet. And the good thing is when you're making things to sell, they're going to go out the door.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's a good thing. And I get the fun of knitting it, so it makes me happy.
It works. It's a win-win.
Exactly. Now, May, how about souvenirs for you?
Well, the only thing is the TV.
Yes.
It was a great
It's a
souvenir.
big
and I
souvenir.
can't bring the 65-inch TV down here to show you, so I won't do that. But
Okay.
that was definitely my souvenir, and that's what I've been concentrating most of my time on this week.
Yes, we did have a good time with that.
Yes.
So thanks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, comment down below.
Ring the bell.
Ring
you
that
get
bell.
notifications for when we put
listen
a
to
video.
you.
I know, I
She's
can
such
remember.
a YouTuber. Anyway, we really do have a good time with this. If there's a store that you think we should visit, just comment down below. I mean, we'll try and get there, but we don't always go across the world. But if there's a store that you think that would be good, or if there's a craft you'd like us to try, or if there's a pattern you think we should try, or if there's something that you think you would sell for a booth, just comment down below, because we really do love hearing from you. So thanks so much, and until next time.
You take care.